What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reviewing and breaking down The Flash Season 8, Episode 16. So yeah, guys, I'd say let's just get right into it. So the episode starts with Barry saving people and, stopping everyday crimes, which, that kind of reminded me of one scene from Season 1 where they just did that, which, I think that's kind of cool. They actually reused a scene of him running from, Season 4. Like, if you guys remember, in the earlier seasons of The Flash, they would use, the same shot of Barry running over and over in, completely different circumstances. So they brought that back for this, which was actually kind of cool, I'd say. It's kind of a throwback to the earlier seasons, even if it doesn't really make much sense. But then eventually Barry goes to CCPD and Captain Singh returns out of nowhere, which, that was pretty cool to see him back for an episode. Now, Singh tells Barry that something was stolen from Mercury Labs, and this item is obviously what is going to make Barry age very fast. As we knew from, the trailer, the synopsis, we knew that Barry was going to age at an increased rate. So Barry confronts the main villain of the episode, or Orloff is his name, I guess, and Barry gets blasted with one of these devices that he has, and he finds out that, obviously it caused him to rapidly age on only the inside at first. On the outside, he just looked young, but on the inside, he was 60 years old. But he eventually realizes that he'll have to basically relearn or get younger in order to use his speed efficiently without messing up a lot, because he couldn't do the wind arms. That was kind of a funny scene. He couldn't phase, and then he just crashed into a wall. So yeah, then Barry, as the Flash, confronts Orloff one more time, and then we find out that Barry's speed is actually causing him to age even more. So he aged another 10 years just after running once versus Orloff. So that was kind of interesting right there. We actually see Barry with some gray hairs as all, which looked kind of funny. We obviously saw that in the trailer, but yeah, Barry has some gray hairs, so he's 70 years old. So yeah, in order basically for Barry to not age extremely fast, he can't use his speed that much, obviously, as we just went over. But then Barry actually starts to forget lots of things, as he meant to run a computer to Chester at Star Labs, but instead ran with Cecile to the Wall of China, which was actually kind of an interesting scene, because I don't know how you get Star Labs mixed up with the Wall of China. So we basically find out Orloff's master plan is to make everyone age so he can be young forever in exchange with some machine. But Barry uses his lightning to stop the machine, and at one point Barry was actually over 100 years old, which, we saw a little scene of him rapidly aging in an instant, which was actually pretty cool. But yeah, then Barry, he also has a heart attack while he's running around something. I don't know exactly how that's possible, but yeah, that was pretty interesting. Yeah, there was a pretty decent storyline in the background of this with Joe and Captain Singh. It was cool for them to reunite. But something I would change about the episode would definitely be the villain choice. I really don't think they should have just had some guy named Orloff be the villain. I think if they brought back the Turtle or something like that, I think that would have been a lot better, because he's a more OG villain. I feel like that would have been really cool to see. But yeah, nonetheless, I think this episode was still really good just due to the fact that it was really Barry focused, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty entertaining. But now going on to what I think is the most interesting scene of the episode, or the ending of the episode. So Barry gets a call from Carla Tannhauser, aka Caitlyn's mother, and basically says that Caitlyn is nowhere to be found. So we see Barry confront Caitlyn at her apartment, and as we all know, Caitlyn has been trying to bring Frost back. So yeah, Barry finds out, and they have a little bit of an argument about this. Barry's like, you can't just bring back the past, and then Caitlyn literally brings up Barry's mother and father, saying, what if you could bring back your mom, your dad? And that basically, I think, was part of what sent Barry over the edge here. So then, unexpectedly, Barry destroys all of Caitlyn's work on bringing back Frost. He destroys her entire apartment with his lightning, which, that was a really cool scene. Barry looked pretty cool. But yeah, I feel like that might have been just a little bit extreme. Now, something else I'd like to mention was that Caitlyn looked extremely mad after this, and this is a bit of a wild theory here, but what if all the things Caitlyn has endured over the years, like losing Ronnie, her dad, and Frost, and now her work being destroyed by Barry of her, trying to bring back Frost, what if all of that has forced that little bit of Frost out of her that she says is still inside her, but now maybe because of that anger that forced her to, release that part of Frost that's in her, could Caitlyn become Killer Frost once again? I think that would be really cool. That'd be really interesting. Now, I guess Caitlyn could do some like science stuff to make herself Killer Frost again if she really wants to like go against Team Flash, but I don't think she'll do that, but you never know. I guess it's a possibility. But I think if she just like became Killer Frost because of all that anger, maybe like over the next few episodes we see like Caitlyn's hair like start to turn sort of white again, sort of like back in season 3 when she was becoming Killer Frost. Maybe Caitlyn will start to get like more angry at everything. I think that would be so cool. That'd be such a good throwback to season 3, and I would really like to see that, to be honest. So yeah, did Barry just create the second Killer Frost? I think that would be crazy. So yeah, make sure you guys comment your thoughts down below on that. But anyways, yeah, the trailer for next episode does look very interesting. However, we do know that it's not going to be mainly focused on what's in the trailer. It's going to be mainly focused on Allegra's storyline, which is going to be pretty unfortunate. But of course, I will still watch that episode because there's going to be a few pretty good scenes, I would assume, towards the beginning of the episode. So I'll be breaking down the trailer as well as some other information either tomorrow or on Saturday. So make sure you guys are on the lookout for that video. But anyways, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this video down below, as well as your thoughts on the episode. What did you guys think of it? And I'll see you guys in the next video.